Hello, my dear students, third prep students. Welcome aboard in your English program. طلاب الأعزاء طلاب الصف الثالث الإعدادي، أهلا وسهلا بكم في منصة البث المباشر ومادة اللغة الإنجليزية. إعداد وتقديم سهير مصطفى. Today we are going to talk about Unit 11, Lesson 5 and 6. And as usual, we are going to start with our objectives. Today we are going to share a personal travel experience and identify the main idea in a narrative text. Let's start with lesson 5. Let's talk, and as usual are going to read the word, explain it, and use it in a sentence. Incredible. Incredible. The word incredible means very amazing. Amazing. So the trip was incredible. Incredible. يعني مدهش جدا أو رائع جدا. Breathtaking. Breathtaking. Very beautiful or exciting. So the word breathtaking means رائع أو مدهش. The view was breathtaking. Amazed. Amazed. Very surprised. So I was amazed by the pyramids. مندهش. Unforgettable. Unforgettable. The word unforgettable means impossible to forget. We can't forget it. So it was unforgettable trip. Unforgettable means لا ينسى. Excited. Excited. Very happy and interested. So I felt excited during the tour. So the word excited means متحمس. I'm very happy and interested. Exploring. Exploring. Exploring means traveling to discover. We were exploring the pyramids. So the word exploring means يكتشف. Traveling to discover. Visited. Visited. Visited is the past of visit. So the word visit means to go to see a place. So we visited the museum, or I visited my grandpa. Took photos. Took photos. Took photos means captured pictures. So I took many photos. So it is the past of take photos. معناها يلتقط صور. Captured. Captured. Captured means took or record something. So I captured the sunset. Captured. Captured means took or recorded something. So I captured the sunset. Means يسجل. Pyramids. Pyramids. Pyramids, ancient stone building in Egypt. So the pyramids are very famous. I like to visit the pyramids. So the pyramids means الأهرامات. Great Sphinx. Great Sphinx. It's a famous statue in Egypt. So we saw the Great Sphinx. Great Sphinx means أبو الهول. Nile. Nile is the longest river. This is the longest river in the world. We took a boat on the Nile. So the word Nile means Nile. Egyptian Museum. Egyptian Museum. So museum was ancient Egyptian items or ancient Egyptian objects or artifacts. So the word Egyptian Museum means المتحف المصري. We visited the Egyptian Museum. The Egyptian museums was incredible. So the Egyptian Museum is an ancient Egyptian building which has ancient Egyptian artifacts, objects, or items. No way. No way. We use it to show surprise. So no way, that's amazing. But I use it to express surprise. Really. Really. Really means used to ask for confirmation. Really? حقا? Really? Did you enjoy it? Really? Did you enjoy it? So the word really, I use it to check or asking for confirmation of doing something. Let's move to some phrases and explain the meaning of it and when to use it. So the first one is that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing means showing interest. And that sounds amazing, tell me more. So the word that sound amazing we use it to express interest. بستخدمها عشان أعبر بيها عن اهتمامي بالموضوع ده يعني that sound amazing. I want to hear everything. I want to hear everything. I use these expressions or this phrase to ask for details. I want to know more details. So asking for more details. I want to hear everything about your trip. This means I want you to tell me more about this trip. بنستخدم I want to hear everything ان نكون عايزين نعرف كل التفاصيل او عايز نعرف تفاصيل اكتر عن حاجة معينة. What was it like? What was it like? Asking about experience. Oh, did you enjoy it? What was it like? Is it good? Is it bad? So what was it like in Luxor? So I want you to tell me your experience, your feeling about your visit to Luxor. So when I ask what was it like, this means I want to know more about your experience, your feeling. How did you feel? Asking for feeling. It's a direct question about feeling. So how did you feel? I feel angry, I feel good, I feel happy, I feel sad, whatever you feel. So when I use the questions or these expressions, how did you feel? This means I want to know more about your feeling. So how did you feel there? Before you start, we need to answer some questions. The first one, have you ever traveled somewhere that was completely different from what you expected? Have you ever traveled somewhere? هل زرت قبل كده أي مكان that was completely different from what you expected؟ كان مختلف تماما عن اللي انت توقعته. Yes, sure. For me, yes. I traveled to a desert for the first time and I expected to be boring, but it was amazing. So I have already visited a place that was completely different from what I expected. How did you feel? How did you feel there? How did you feel? Oh, I feel excited. I felt excited and surprised. It was an unforgettable experience. And now let's read the following dialogue between Emma and Jack and then answer some questions. Emma, hey Jack, how was your trip to Egypt? I want to hear everything. Oh wow, it was absolutely incredible. I had never seen so much history in one place before. Really? What was the most exciting part? Well, on the third day, we were exploring the pyramids when we suddenly saw the Great Sphinx right in front of us. It was breathtaking. No way, were you amazed? Totally. Oh, our guide explains how ancient Egyptians built these monuments thousands of years ago. I couldn't believe they are still standing. Oh, that sounds amazing. Did you get any photos? I tried to, but there were so many tourists. Still, I managed to capture the pyramids glowing in the sunset. That's such a cool experience. What else did you do? We took a boat ride on the Nile and visited the Egyptian Museum in Cairo. I had never seen so many ancient treasures in one place. And the whole trip opened my eyes to how proud Egyptians are of their culture. I'm so jealous. I really need to plan an adventure like that. What is the main idea or what is the main topic of this dialogue? What are the main idea, the main topic that they are talking about? Yes, very good. A trip to Egypt, a journey to Egypt. Who is talking together? Who are the speakers? Yes, Emma and Jack. Very good. Are Emma and Jack interested in this trip? Are Emma and Jack interested in this trip? Yes, both of them are interested. Emma are interested. Emma is interested in listening to all the details about the trip, and Jack was interested, was enjoyed his trip to Egypt. So both of them enjoy the trip. Is Emma interested in listening more details in listening more details about the trip? Yes, because she told him, I want to hear everything. And as we have explained, the expression I want to hear everything means I want to know more details. So she is interested in more details about the trip. Yeah, okay. What is the most important or what was the most exciting part of the trip to Emma or to Jack? Sorry. What was the most exciting part to Jack? Yes, visiting the pyramids and the Great Sphinx. This is the most important part of his trip that he enjoyed most. Are there a guide? Are there a guide? Yes, there was a guide. There was a guide, and this guide explains how ancient Egyptians built these monuments thousands of years ago. Okay. Were there any photos? Did Jack get any photos? Yes. He managed to capture the pyramids glowing in the sunset, but it was difficult to take photos because there were many tourists there, so the place was crowded. هو نجح ان هو يصور ياخد صور but at the end because the place was crowded زحمة جدا, there were so many tourists, so he couldn't take photos at the beginning of the day, but actually at the end he managed to capture the pyramids glowing in the sunset. Okay, what else did he do? Yeah, he took a boat ride on the Nile, and also he visited the Egyptian Museum. What about Emma? How did she feel at the end of this talk, or at the end of this discussion? How did she feel? Yes, she felt jealous. Yes, jealous means غيور. She felt jealous. She wants to have the same experience. She wants to have the same experience. كانت عايزة تعدي بنفس التجربة, and she needs to plan an adventure like that. Okay, let's discuss questions. Why was Jake surprised by the pyramids and Sphinx? Why was Jake surprised by the pyramids and Sphinx? Yes, he was surprised because they were huge, beautiful, and still standing after thousands of years. And he couldn't believe how ancient Egyptians built them. He was surprised because the pyramids are huge, they are large, they are beautiful, and they still standing after thousands of years. Still موجودين لحد الآن بنفس الهيئة بتاعتهم. He couldn't understand, he couldn't believe how ancient Egyptians built them. How did Jake feel about his visit to Egypt? Did he enjoy visiting Egypt or not? Yes, he enjoyed visiting. And how did he feel? He felt amazed, excited, and happy. And he thought the trip was incredible and unforgettable. Okay, now let's move to another part, which is practicing using some key vocabulary and key expressions of what we have explained. So we have here a dialogue, and we need to complete the dialogue. So as usual, before answering the missing or completing the missing parts, you need first to read the whole dialogue, and then read each part and complete it. لازم الأول نقرأ كل الدايلوج، نعرف بيتكلموا عن إيه، and بعد كده نبدأ نقرأ جزء ونكمل the missing part. This dialogue is between Aya and Malak. They are the speakers here. Aya: Hey Malak, how was your tour to Luxor and Aswan? I want to hear everything. It was absolutely unforgettable. I had never seen such amazing temples. That sounds amazing. The most exciting part was visiting the Valley of the Kings. I was amazed by the ancient tombs. No way. How did you feel when you saw them? It opened my eyes to how powerful the pharaohs were. Okay, I will tell you more. We took a boat trip on the Nile in Aswan, and the sunset was breathtaking. Wonderful. Yes, I took a few. There were so many tourists, but I managed to capture some beautiful shots. Let's start explaining and discussing the main idea and then complete. What are the main idea? What are the main topic here? What are they talking about? Yes, they're talking about Malak's tour to Luxor and Aswan. Malak's visit to Luxor and Aswan. And what about Aya? Aya is interested to know more details about Malak's trip. Malak explains that it was an unforgettable trip, and she had never seen such amazing temples. Aya: That sounds amazing. And asked her questions, and the answer was, The most exciting part was visiting the Valley of the Kings. I was amazed by the ancient tombs. So what is the question here? What do you think? What is the correct question here? Yes, very good. What was the most exciting part? What was the most exciting part? And the most exciting part was visiting the Valley of the Kings. ايه اكتر جزء كان مثير في الرحلة او ممتع؟ تمام. Visiting the Valley of the Kings and also the ancient tombs. No way. How did you feel when you saw them? Here's a question and you need an answer. And to complete the answer you need to read the second sentence too. لازم نقرأ كل التوك كلها، كل الكلام اللي ملك قالته هنا عشان نقدر نشوف الجزء الناقص. So it opened my eyes to how powerful the pharaohs were. So what is the missing part? Yes, I felt amazed and excited. The sentence it opened my eyes to how powerful pharaohs were express how was she surprised and how was she was amazed and excited. So the correct answer would be I felt amazed and excited. We have here a sentence and then Malak answered, okay, I will tell you more. We took a boat trip on the Nile in Aswan and the sunset was breathtaking. So what's the correct answer here? What is the expression that express that she wants to know more about the trip? Tell me more. Tell me more is the expression that express that she wants to know more. Okay. Did you wonderful and asked here questions? Yes, I took a few. There was so many tourists, but I managed to capture some beautiful shots. So the question is, did you take any photos? Did you take any photos? Yes, I took a few. Here is some other expressions that we need to know to use them while talking about a trip. And we're going to read the expression, explain it, and use it in a sentence, as usual. So, how was your trip? How was your trip? This is an expression that that you use when you ask about someone's experience. How was your trip to Luxor? Is it good? Is it bad? I want to hear everything. I want to hear everything. It shows interest. It shows that you want to know more about the trip or about the topic. So I want to hear everything. It was incredible. It was incredible. The word incredible means very amazing. So it was incredible, describing something amazing. So it was an incredible trip. That sounds amazing. As we have talked about it before, this means that I'm interested about this idea. I'm interested about this trip. I'm interested about this topic. So that sounds amazing. What was the most exciting part? Here I'm asking you for more details about a specific part. I want to know more about specific part. What was the most exciting part? No way. I use it to show surprise. No way, that's great. How did you feel? As we have said, asking here about feelings, your feelings. I felt excited. I felt amazed. This means that you express your feeling. So I felt exciting during the trip. Tell me more. Tell me more. I use it to ask for more details. Tell me more about your job. Tell me more about your trip, your study. So tell me more means I want to know more about specific topic or specific thing. Did you take any photos? Asking about activities. It's an activity to take photos. So asking about what did you do? Did you take any photos? Did you take any photos? I managed to. I managed to. This means I do something that was challengeable. It was challenged. I managed to take photos. Um, Although there was many people there. So I'm talking about my success to do something. So I managed to take nice photos at the end. So the expression I managed to, I use it to express my success in doing something, although it was difficult at first. It was unforgettable. It was unforgettable. This is an expression that I can use when I'm talking about a very nice experience that I can't forget. It's unforgettable, so I can't forget it. The trip was unforgettable. So describing a special experience. Now let's move to the second part, which is lesson 6, writing a travel narrative. And we're going to start with the key words of this lesson. Beach. The word beach. It's a sandy place near the sea. Beach. And we went to the beach last summer. City. City. It's a large town. City. Cairo is a big city. Alexandria is a big city. So the word city means مدينة. بس مش بس مدينة، لا مدينة كبيرة كمان. Mountain. Mountain. Mountain, it's a very high land. A very high land. We climbed a mountain. Museum. Museum, it's a place with all things to see. All the statues, all the objects, all the artifacts. So there are all the things to see there. We visited a museum, and we visited the Egyptian museum. So museum means متحف. Yes. Park. Park means a green place for relaxing. Green place for relaxing. So the word park, well, it's a family. I think we are all familiar with these words. كلنا عارفين معناها يعني. حديقة. We walked in the park. We spent the weekend at the park. So the word park means a green place for relaxing. Hotel. Hotel. It's a place to stay on a trip. A place to stay on a trip. We stayed in a hotel. Desert. Desert. Dry place with sand. The desert is very hot. So the word desert means Sahara. It's a dry place with sand. Bus. Bus. Bus means a large road vehicle. We traveled by bus. Like cars, like taxis, any vehicle that we can use it to move from a place to another place. It's a means of transportation. So, bus. Train. Train, transport on rails. The train was fast. Train. Train is transport on rails. It's also a means, one means of transportation. We use it to move from a place to another place. So the train was fast. Car. Small road vehicle. We went by car. So the word car also is one of the means of transportation. Plane. Plane, flying transport. We traveled by plane. Bike. Two-wheel vehicle. Two-wheel vehicle. I rode a bike. On foot. On foot is to walk from a place to another place. On foot. Walking. We explored the city on foot without using any cars or buses or anything. I walk to a certain place. Visited. Visited is the past of visit, as you have said. It means went to see a place. So we visited Luxor, we visited Aswan. So is the past of the word see, the verb see. So is the past of see. Looked at. So I saw the pyramids, I saw the cars. Walked. Walk is the past of walk, and it means moved on foot. So we walked in the desert. Took photos. Took photos is the past of take photos. So the word took is the past of take. Took photos means made pictures. I took many photos. So took photos means التقط صور. Tired. tired. I feel tired. So I was tired after the trip. So I need to rest. The word tired means متعب أو مجهد. Excited. Excited means very happy and interested. I felt excited. I'm excited. Surprised. Surprised. Surprise means feeling something unexpected. So I was surprised by the view. I was surprised by the voice of the new singer. So surprise. Surprise means مندهش أو relaxed. Relaxed means calm and comfortable. Relaxed means هادئ. So I felt relaxed at the beach. Bored. Bored means not interested. I felt bored at the hotel. I felt bored after watching the video or the film. So I felt bored. I'm not interested in this film. Yes, bored means يشعر بالملل. Then. Then means after that. We ate, then we walked. ثم. After that means later. بعد ذلك. After that, we went home. We ate, then we walked, and after that, we went home. And before you write, let's get ready. First, you are going to use specific target language. Before you write, let's get ready. So get ready with your target language that you are going to use during writing. Like last summer, I went to the beach with my family. You can change the word beach. I went to the museum. I went to the park, whatever you want. The weather was sunny. The weather was hot. The weather was warm. The weather was cold, according to what you want to express. So when I'm talking about the place that I have visited, I went to the, and I want to add with whom I went. عايزة أقول أنا رحت فين ومع مين فبقول I went to the and write the place and then with my family or with my friends. And when I want to talk about the weather, I'm going to write the weather was sunny, the weather was hot, the weather was cold, the weather was cool. We swam in the sea and built a sand castle. We swam in the sea and built a sand castle. Swam in the sea means yes. So here we talked about what the activities that we have done there. We swam in the sea يعني معناها ان هما قمنا بالسباحة في البحر and built a sand castle. These are activities. These are what we have done there. And it was a wonderful day if I want to talk about the experience as a whole. Okay, and now when I want to talk about or write about a travel experience, I should identify place, transportation, what did they do there, activities, and how do they feel there. شعوري كان هناك ايه. So places like beach, city, mountain, museum, park, hotel, desert. These all are places and you can add. يعني في أماكن تانية كتير according to what you want to talk about. Transportation. How did you go there? I went there by bus, by train, by car, by plane, by bike, or even on foot. So these are means of transportation. What did you do there? So what are your activities? Visited, saw, walked, ate, played, took photos. These are the verbs that I am going to use to express what did I do there. الأفعال اللي أنا هستخدمها عشان أقول أنا كنت بعمل إيه الأكتيفيتيز اللي أنا عملتها هناك. And finally, you need to express your feelings. How did you feel? Happy, tired, excited, surprised, relaxed, bored. How did you feel? Now you are going to read about an unforgettable trip. After that, we're going to complete writing, complete preparing for writing. Last summer, I traveled with my family to Sharm el-Sheikh. It was a wonderful holiday that I had always dreamed of. On the first day, we went snorkeling in the Red Sea, and the colorful fish and coral reefs were really wonderful. And I felt amazed by the beauty under the water. The next day, we joined a desert safari, riding camels and watching the sunset in the desert was magical. We met tourists from different countries. We shared travel stories and became new friends. This trip opened my eyes to the natural beauty of Egypt. I will never forget that experience. Okay, let's discuss this text and analyze the components of any writing about a travel experience. First, we need to identify when did they travel. When did they travel to? Yes, very good. Last summer. Where did they travel to? Where did they travel? Yes, they traveled to Sharm el-Sheikh. Who traveled to Sharm el-Sheikh? Who traveled to Sharm el-Sheikh? Yes, I and my family. So last summer I traveled with my family to Sharm el-Sheikh. First, I identified the time when did I traveled last summer. امتى الوقت. And then where did you travel? سافرت فين؟ شرم الشيخ. And with whom؟ مع مين؟ I and with my family. Okay. And then express your activities. What did you do there? On the first day we went snorkeling in the Red Sea. غطس في البحر الأحمر. And the colorful fish and the coral reefs were really wonderful. And I felt amazed by the beauty under the water. Here he described what did they do. عملوا ايه? They were snorkeling. And then describe the day or describe the feelings first and then describe the experience as a whole. Now express their feelings. They felt amazed by the beauty under the water. Next day, it's another activity. For the next day, joined a desert safari. So what did they do? They joined a desert safari. التحقوا بسفاري. What did they do there? هتيجي اتكلم بالتفصيل بقى. Riding camels and watching the sunset in the desert was magical. يبقى عملوا ايه? They rode camels and they watched the sunset. And also they met tourists from different countries. And what did they do after that? They shared stories, travel stories, and became new friends. All these are activities that they do there, or that they did there. And at the end, they talk about the whole experience, the trip as a whole. The trip opened my eyes to the natural beauty of Egypt. So I never forget the experience. So this an unforgettable experience. So this is the feeling. What is a travel narrative? What is a travel narrative? Yes, travel narrative is a short story about a trip or journey as we have read now. زي اللي احنا قرناها دي بالظبط. This is a travel narrative. It's a short story about a trip or journey. قصة قصيرة بتتكلم عن رحلة طويلة أو رحلة قصيرة. What are the components of the travel narrative? ايه المكونات بتاعتها؟ It includes first introduction and say when and where you travel. When and where. And then setting the scene, describe the place, what you saw, what you heard, what you felt, and main events. What are the activities that you did there? Write the activities and use the past tense verbs. لما بنيجي نتكلم هنا عن activities, you should or you must use the past tense, the past simple tense. الكلمة الماضي. Main events. And at the conclusion, summarize your experience. اتكلم عن experience بقى as a whole. And then say why the trip was special. ليه الرحلة كانت مميزة. It was unforgettable. It was amazing. So هنبدأ بالintroduction نقول when and where, setting the scene and describe the place, and then write about the main events. What are the activities that you did there. بنتكلم هنا بنستخدم past simple, and finally the conclusion, and in the conclusion you will summarize your experience and also say why the trip was special. So now we are going to write your own short travel narrative. Use the steps and vocabulary above. هنكتب short travel narrative from 100 to 110 words, وهنستخدم فيها الستبس والكلمات اللي احنا اتكلمنا عنها قبل كده. So first choose your title. My trip to, this is the title, and then identify where and when did you go and who did you go with. امتى وفين ومين معاك. How did you travel? ازاي سافرت. And what did you do there? Choose 2 or 3 things and explain them, describe them. Choose 2 or 3 activities that you did there and talk about them. نتكلم عن حاجتين أو 3 عملناهم، نشاطين أو 3، ونبتدي نتكلم عنهم and express your feeling. How did you feel? And after that, would you go again? Did you enjoy the experience and wanted to revisit this place again? These are the components of the travel narrative. First, my title is My Trip to Alexandria. This is my title. And then when? Last summer. Where? I went to Alexandria. With whom? مين معاك? With my family. And how did you go there? We traveled by car. And how did you feel? The journey was fun and comfortable. الرحلة كانت ممتعة وكانت كمان مريحة. And what are your activities? What did you do there? On the first day, we visited the beach and swam in the sea. And then we walked along the Corniche and took many photos. The activities اللي عملها. Next day, we visited a museum and learned about the history of the city. So what are the activities here? We have أول حاجة visited the beach, swam in the sea, walked along the Corniche, took many photos, visited the museum, learned about history. A lot of activities. And then, how did you feel there? I felt very happy and relaxed during the trip. What about the weather? The weather was beautiful. الجو كان جميل and everything was enjoyable. What about the experience as a whole? التجربة نفسها كلها بقى. It was an unforgettable experience for me. لا تنسى. I can't forget it. I would love to visit Alexandria again with my family. هل هتكررها تاني? Yes, I would love to visit Alexandria again with my family. So here I have covered all the items that are required to write a travel narrative as we have explained. كل المكونات اللي اتكلمنا عنها والمطلوبة في التاسك احنا هنا غطيناها. Now we have a quiz. Choose the correct answer here. What is a travel narrative? What's a travel narrative? Is it a list of places you visited? A short story about a trip or a journey? A letter to a friend? A poem about travel? So what is the correct answer here? What is a travel narrative? Yes, very good. A short story about a trip or a journey. Short story about a trip or a journey. Very good. Which of these is a correct example of time words? Quickly, slowly, silently. Yesterday, last week, on Saturday. Happy, excited, tired. Bus, plane, car. What is the correct example of time words? What are the time words here? Words that express time. Yes, very good. Yesterday, last week, on Saturday. In the example, I felt amazed by the beauty under the water. What is the writer describing? When he said, I felt amazed by the beauty under the water. Did he describe transportation, feelings, food, weather? What is the correct answer here? Yes, he expressed feeling or he described feeling. Okay. Which word is a place? Happy, beach, walked, yesterday. Which word is a place? Is it happy? Is it beach? Is it walked yesterday? Yes, very good. Beach, a sandy area near the sea. So it's beach. Choose the correct sentence. She go to the park last week. She went to the park last week. She going to the park last week. She gone to the park last week. All the sentence has the time expression last week. كل الجمل موجود فيها كلمة last week, and last week is a key word of the past simple. So I need a past simple sentence. عايزة الجملة تكون في past sentence. So which part of the sentence that expresses the tense؟ أنهي جزء من الجملة اللي بيعبر عن التنس الزمن؟ Yes, the verb. So we need the verb in the past simple tense, the second form of the verb. So she go, it's not, it's infinitive. The word go, the verb go is infinitive. Went is the second form of go, so it's the past form. Going, can't use going without verb to be. لازم عشان استخدم going استخدم معاها verb to be, is or was aware. And gone, can't use gone without using have, has, had. I need to use one of them. And also we here talk about the past simple tense. So we need the second form of the verb. So the correct answer will be she went to the park last week, because the past of go is went. So this is the correct answer here. Which word shows a feeling? Bus, excited, museum, walked. Which word shows a feeling? Yes, what's the correct answer here? Bus, excited, museum, walked. Yes, very good. Excited. We photos during our trip. We take photos, we talk photos, we talking photos, we takes photos. When we talk about activities that we did during a trip, so we use the past simple tense as we have explained. لما بتكلم عن احداث او activities انا عملتها during a trip، معناه ان انا بتكلم عن حاجه has began and finished، خلاص بدأت وخلصت خلاص. انا بتكلم عن a trip that I have done. a trip خلاص هي حصلت. So I use the past simple tense. So we photos during our trip, we take, we talk, we taking, we takes. We need to choose the past form of the word take. What is the past of take? Talk. Very good. So the correct answer will be talk. Which is a correct time expression? Which is a correct time expression? Quickly, beautiful, last summer, hotel. Time expression. Time expression. Which one? Yes, very good. Last summer. Choose the correct sentence. They was happy during the trip. They were happy during the trip. They are happy yesterday. And they be happy during the trip. What's the correct answer here? First, we have two things that we need to think about before choosing the correct answer here. First, we need to think about the tense, and then the subject agreement. The word they was, is it right to say they was? No, it's wrong. They were, it's right. They are, it's right. They be, it's wrong. So you can choose from they were and they are, but we need to choose the correct sentence. Not only the مش بس اللي بيجي ان they بتيجي مع were او they بتيجي مع are, because they both are correct. But we can't say، ما اقدرش اقول they are happy yesterday. ما اقدرش اقول كده because the word yesterday his is a time expression of the past simple. So it's a key word of past simple. So ما اقدرش اقول are which indicates present with yesterday. فهنا لازم يبقى الجملة كلها ماشية في نفس الاتجاه. So it's wrong. So the correct answer will be They were happy during the trip. Which word is a means of transportation? Desert, plane, surprised, walked. What's the correct answer here? Yes, very good. Means of transportation, so it's plane. Choose the correct sentence. I visited my grandma last week. I visited my grandma last week. I visiting my grandma last week. I visit my grandma last week. So I think it's clear now, and it's very easy to choose now the correct answer. So what is the correct answer here? Very good. I visited my grandma last week, because we have last week, and with last week we should use the verb in the past, so the second form of the verb. So the correct form will be visited. So I visited my grandma last week. That's right. Very good. We stayed in a beautiful near the beach. Beautiful transport, hotel, activity, feeling. So what is the correct answer here? We stayed in a beautiful hotel. Very good. We traveled to Aswan. Train. On train, by train, in train, at train. So the correct answer will be very good. The correct answer will be by train, because if there is any separator between the train and the by, so this is the correct answer. لما يكون عندي وسائل المواصلات كلها comes with by in case we didn't have any separator، ما عندناش اي فواصل بين by ووسيلة المواصلات، so it's by. لكن I can't say by a train او by the train. So by train without any separators. Very good. وبكده تكون خلصت حلقتنا النهارده. Thank you so much for being with me today and thank you for your active listening. شكرا لحسن استماعكم. منصة البث المباشر.